Question I have. Do you think hiding your location within 1 mile of your home is enough for a live streamer who streams biking every single day to be safe? And I think the answer is no. But I think it's a kind of a qualified no. Because if they don't have your exact address, they can't send pizzas to your house, they can't do that kind of thing. You know, but it's not enough to be safe, because if somebody can triangulate within a mile, say you have this circle, you know, and all of your bike paths and everything start within a mile of your central point. Say you never ever start real-time IRL unless you are not at your house, right? And number one, they're going to know that you live in a home. Yeah, but something similar by changing to your office seat. Yeah, Mikey is actually really lucky because he's at least he was in New York. I'm super interested to see how he changes. He's going to move to Georgia. But the question is before us is, you know, like if I was stayed within a mile of where I'm living now, that would be pretty good, right? That would be okay, because there's a huge apartment complex. The ability for you to know the exact place that I live would be hard, but you would eventually guess it, because eventually I would talk about being on the main floor. I would talk about being flooded, that the water came from the top level. We would talk about my son, you know, being cold because his apartment is on the corner and it gets a lot of wind around it. Eventually I would dox enough about my apartment that you would be able to find which unit I'm on. Right? And I could never, ever stream playing Frisbee with the dog. Ever. I could never stream that. So you see where I'm going with this? So it's going to really impact the stream for me to even attempt to not dox my address. Right now, there's another option here. One of them is that you don't care about doxing what your house looks like or what your yard looks like, but you just don't dox the exact address. But then anybody with Google Maps who knows your neighborhood just has to go down there and look enough at it, and they're going to find your address. It's not hard at all. You know what I mean? Not to mention the fact that your address is public information, and if somebody really wanted to look you up, they can look you up. There's a million ways to look up your address. So, and I only know that because my wife has been a professional PI, basically. She was a postal inspector. If you have a van, you have privacy, kind of, right? So the reason I'm going through such a big hassle here is because I don't want to build up the expectation with my wife or anyone, frankly, that I can create some illusion of personal privacy. Yeah. Oh yeah. Been two and a half-ish years, yeah. The 14. So, you know, been 3? Has it been 3? It's been 3, yeah. Damn. Lost a year there. So, I guess what I'm getting at is, yeah. Well, that's why I'm talking about it. Because I have been telling my wife that when we move to our new house, that I am not going to dox our location. But that's a lie. That's a lie. Oh, shit. What was that? Oh, damn. I hope that didn't have anything sharp in it. Did you hear that? Damn it. I really hope that didn't have anything sharp in it. We're going to know soon enough. I ran over a piece of metal. This guy in front of me is really dangerous. So, I don't know. I I think the best thing you look. Let's start with some conclusions. Okay. The first conclusion is, if someone wants to find you in 2023, they will find you. That's the first conclusion, right? And so the second conclusion is, people are lazy. All right. So it's the same reason that you buy a bike lock that anybody with bolt cutters could break through. You still use the bike lock, right? You still use the bike lock because you want to stop the, thieves of convenience, they call them, who are just going to see a bike and say, hey, free bike, and walk off with it, right? You want to make it a hassle. But if somebody is hell-bent on stealing your bike, they're going to get it. They're going to get it. There's just no way. And so you have to assume that somebody really intent on finding you or stealing your bike is going to do it. And then you make other preparations. For example, you get insurance on your bike, right? Through homeowner's insurance. Or you Yeah, and they're good at geoguessing. Oh my God, they're so good. And then you have that entire what's his name? Shia LaBeouf thing, right? Shia LaBeouf kept trying to hide that flag, and people were doing calculations of shadows and everything to find the exact longitude and latitude, and they nailed it. They even sent a drone in and took it out. I mean, that's what I'm saying. If people want to find you in 2023, they will find you. It becomes a matter of how much of an annoyance can you be to them finding you, and how much of an annoyance do you need to make yourself in order to live a relatively, uneventful life. And so then I'm trying to think, okay, so volunteer, for example, my phone number, right? They want to find you more. I agree. I agree. It's like a challenge, right? So, and please don't dox anything about me. I'm going to ask you nicely to not dox about me. It's also a bannable offense if you do it. But one of the things that I really, just because it's annoying, is I don't volunteer my phone number. It's the one thing that I have been careful to not dox, because it's super ironic because. When I was at SkillStack, my company number was my personal number, and anybody could look it up anytime, and it was a direct line to me because I ran the company, right? And after that, I changed my number because I didn't want to have parents calling me and stuff. So I changed it to a different number completely. I didn't tell anybody. To this day, I don't tell anybody that number. But you can find it. If you look hard enough, you can probably find it. Please don't dox it. But you could definitely find it. Same thing with my address, right? If you could totally find my address. But do I want to put those things out there? Now, things like credit card numbers and stuff like that, I mean, that's a no-brainer, right? I've had to cancel one credit card because of doxing it once, and I never have doxed another credit card since then. Yeah, right. So I think for my own comfort level, I'm going to say something, and the reason I'm running it by you is I think that my wife is not going to like it. But I need to tell my wife that I'm going to stream from the house that we live in. And that includes our yard, that includes the garage, that includes playing Frisbee with the dog. I will not directly dox my address. I'll avoid it, but it will be completely obvious to anybody who spends more than an hour looking for it. And I want to set that expectation with my wife so that she doesn't think. I mean, she's a PI. She'll already know that, right? She'll know that. But I think that if not playing Frisbee with the dog, for example, or not streaming from the garage with the door open, or not streaming while I'm mowing a lawn, or any number of things like that, I think that is kind of unrealistic to give up those things because you think they're going to make you safer. And that's my conclusion I'm making. And it's a different conclusion from what I said before. Before I was like, no, I'm going to do everything in my power to keep you from knowing where I live. And I think that was dumb. I don't think that's possible. I really don't. Anyway, so let me know your thoughts on that. So the long and short of it is, I'm not going to be publishing my address on my, but there was another female streamer who wanted to do some IRL streamer. You guys remember Danny? I haven't seen her stream in a long time, and she made a rule that she wasn't going to stream anything that wasn't 10 miles away from her home. And, she told herself she was going to do that. I remember saying it. And then within a week, I saw her stream from outside at her pool, in her truck, walking around and stuff. I was like, anyone could figure that house out. I mean, because they knew what town she lived in. Eventually somebody could find. So that's what's got me thinking. All right, let's go look at bike racks. Our goal now is to buy a bike rack from REI, or to order one of the two, and to find one that'll work with my bike. REI is my favorite store on the planet Earth, hands down. REI represents freedom, honestly. They know I stream and stuff, so they should be fine with me doing it. Great night though, huh? I don't know if I'm gonna should I wear you though? Should I wear you on my arm, or should I not? Sometimes it's not good to wear you, I'm gonna take you off. I'm taking you off. I'm just gonna carry you with me, because I don't like volunteering it. What time is it? I think we got a couple hours here. Oh, we have till 8. So we got 2 hours. You could get, this is a rack. This is the rack I looked at right here. I think this is the one to get. Sometimes I wonder if the ones that just bend down are good enough, It's not like I'm gonna sit there. Let's go see if Jay's here. Is this a privacy situation? Well, that's the thing. And then there's my wife, God, somebody tries to do shit with my wife. I feel so sorry with them. I feel so sorry for them. This place just makes me so happy. Their bike shop is so awesome. Got a whole shop going on. That's a great adventure bike. It's a fantastic adventure bike right there. Isn't it a new bike? Hey, hi there. Can I ask you a quick question? Yeah. That bike you got right there, I actually bought a Rocky Mounts rack, and I got it all open, not from here. I'm going to return it to them. And I opened it up, and it's the first thing on the directions it says, which were buried, was you can't have a fender or a rack on the front wheel because it attaches to the front top of the thing. Uh-huh. If you were going to buy a rotator, get out of the way of the back, hatch rack, there's the Yakima over here. Do you have a recommendation that would take a bike like that adventure bike like that without taking the fender off? Because I want to leave it on there. I want to just sure. And I was talking. Is it Jay or Jake who? Another guy. I think his name's Jay. I was talking to him a couple month back. And I think I'm ready to buy a rack from you. I just was looking for the right one, and I wanted to ask you and see if you had any opinions on that.
Yeah.
It does have a top tube and all that other stuff.
Man, I will say,
I can just go look at them, but
sure.
are you aware of people that are using racks with bikes that have fenders?
I use mine.
Do you have fenders on yours, on your town bike? Do you have a Townie or something?
Yeah, I've got a down
I do have a Townie as well.
Commute, but
Yeah.
I've got one that's got. Are you familiar with the SKS, the chromoplastic fenders? They're somewhat flexible and malleable.
Mm-hmm.
They're not as rigid as those fenders, and like I use. I don't think we stock it, but it's
I'm probably going to stick with my, because I've got a Salsa. It's a really, really, adventure-y kind of bike. I have a town bike that would be fine on here with those kind of fenders, but I've got front pannier rack mounts and everything. I just, taking it off would just be
for sure.
pain in the butt, and it was hard enough to put it on there. So,
what rack is it that you said it was no good with?
The Rocky Mount, Rocky Mounts, Rocky, is that right? And it says it. I looked at the pictures of it, and it comes out, but the way it holds it is it has a thing that wraps around the top, the front wheel. I think it's made mostly for downhill bikes and stuff like that have no bars to mount on at all.
Huh. This is the rack that I use.
Is this one?
I think this was one we special ordered for somebody and they returned it or something. This is Saris Super Clamp EX, I think is what it's called.
But that's the kind you just take it off. My problem is I really want to be able to get into the back of the Subaru,
Yeah.
And then, so there's the tilty one, and then there's this Yak, which looks fine, but I don't even know how this one would mount on there. Is this more of a hanger kind of? I'll go study them out. I was wondering if you guys had opinions. See, that's what I'm looking for, if I can get it. I actually just swapped my hitch out from a 1 1/4 or whatever to 2. Because I wanted, because the ones that swing generally use a 2 instead of
for sure.
I just had that conversion all made, and because I was getting excited about this.
Yeah.
But that doesn't work, and I just assume buy it from you guys instead of ordering it.
Carolyn might be able to answer your
I was going to say, if I can help you, he is wondering at the bike counter if you guys do work on stationary bikes. So you might have more knowledge about that.
Wow.
And I might have more knowledge about that.
Yeah. I did. I bought a Rocky Mounts, and it won't do adventure bikes with fenders.
Oh, yep.
And I had to return the whole thing. I had no idea. I wish I bought it from Amazon. So you guys actually carry them in your Greensboro place.
I was gonna say I know we have them online. Every now and then we get them returned.
Yeah.
People buy them online and then bring back in the store.
From REI though.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I should have checked. I didn't know, because I came in here and I saw that. First of all, I didn't know you had the swivel ones, and I went with a 2-inch. I just got a hitch for 2-inch to do that.
Cool.
But so what I need to find, I think, is that, or possibly that, for an adventure bike with pretty heavy. It's a Salsa Marrakesh. It's like 30 pounds or so.
Yeah.
And it's got, the big heavy fenders on it that aren't moving at all.
Totally, yeah.
I'd rather leave the wheels on if we could do that.
So most of our racks tilt away.
Yeah.
So even if you get a hanging rack, most of them tilt away. So you could go that route. Most of them do have the ability to go up to at least, I think it's like 45 pounds.
Yeah.
So you should be fine. There's a couple by Thule that are super trim. I have a little voice in my head.
No, it's fine.
Hey, if it's clearance, it's all on the floor. But then the other...
I think this is... if I can make that work, that would be so great, because I could actually use this to lunch and everything off of.
And I have to tell you, the swing bases have become so popular.
They're so popular now.
Yeah, it gives you, even more so than the tilt-away, you get way more room to your hatch.
Yeah.
Because even here, you have to take your bikes off.
Yeah.
With these, you do not.
Well, that's another thing, is
you don't have to unload.
I'm thinking about even leaving it mounted to do cross country trips and stuff, and just
Yeah, so I'm 100% sure that's probably where I'm at. 100% probably. But I don't know which one, because the Rocky I thought was good. It got really great reviews. It was, and
but yeah, it doesn't avoid those fenders. That is the trickiest part.
So which, if any, swing styles even do it? I mean,
so
there's a swing style here, right?
Hanging, exactly.
Is this a
hanging rack instead of tray rack?
Okay.
Tray rack functions with that arm that swings up, like these guys. This is not.
I'm guessing though that they do that. I guess that they do that more because the downhillers bikes, there's something to hang off of.
You got it. Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
And the geometry of like your top tube and all that, it doesn't usually accommodate a
that
hanging
kind of
bike. Yeah, which I'm trying to remember. I've seen a Marrakesh before.
Yeah, it's just a traditional adventure bike.
And you have a pretty straight across top tube.
100%. 100%.
So you'd actually be fine on a hanging rack.
Lived with my whole life though, so I think we'll be fine.
Be good at it.
Yeah.
You can always we sell actually a little bits of like Velcro, and you can always just Velcro.
Oh yeah, I was a mountain bike guy in Moab, Utah. So we would in the 80s we would get old inner tubes and scrap everything down.
Oh my God, so
I think we could do. I think hanging's what I'm used to. Yeah, and all my Fisher's a traditional frame. You know, it's got front fork suspension. So bottom line, I mean, I have a hardtail mountain bike, which should be fine on a hanging rack because it's got a triangle frame, and I got the Townie bike, so I don't see any reason not to get a hanger. So then the question is, do I get the Yak from you today, or do I?
Check and make sure.
Yeah, last I checked. Is it? I think it was Jay. Is there a Jay?
Yep, there is a Jay.
That works there. Remember him?
Swing base.
You do have one.
And then it's kind of like a design your own. That doesn't have the bike attachment to it.
Oh, got it.
But let me see.
Yeah, because I think I'm ready to buy it from you today, because I'm going to return the other one.
I do believe, I just don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Because the Ridgeback 4 is what you're seeing there as a hanging rack.
Yeah. Oh, that. Which one? Oh, that.
2s. So this base is sold as one. And then you do a bike rack. That bike rack is separate from what you're seeing here.
Oh, it kind of mounts to it.
But there that does have a swing arm to it.
Oh, wow, that's a small one. Look at that.
It is, yep. And I think that holds 3 bikes. It might be, nope, it is 4 bikes.
Oh.
But hang tight, let me see. I believe that one is actually the full swing. There's so many crazy names to all of our bike racks.
I know.
And they're all like catchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have, I'm looking right at it. Full swing. So this has the ability to hold 4 bikes and will swing away. But does look slightly different than this.
Oh, wow. I don't think I saw that one when I was looking before. That's
this rack here. So
damn.
It comes up like this.
Mm-hmm.
What we normally see with the full swing, I will tell you, is that this tube here is much wider than the standard Yakima hanging bike racks. So depending on geometry, some people have trouble getting
this part right here?
Down with it, you got it.
Oh, I see.
See how big and bulky it is? And then this would be the Ridgeback. Separate still, but this is much more trim.
Right, but
the actual part you feed your bike over.
Oh wait, so this attaches to the swing arm.
You got it. Now that one over there comes with a swing arm.
Interesting. This is modular though, so.
You got it. Yeah. The swing base is kind of like your foundation for the whole exosystem.
Yeah, I want to do that.
So you can go, bike rack. They have cargo boxes. They even have tables, like prep tables.
Oh really?
To camp off of it. So.
Yeah, that's probably where I want to go. Does Thule have something like that too? I love Yak, but do they have a similar thing?
Say it again, Yakima?
Does Thule have the same thing as Yak?
They do have a swing base. I haven't seen it in REI yet.
Yeah.
I've seen, so this would be their swing base. Apex T-Swing. Mm-hmm. So this is their
that's their
competitor to the Swing.
Yeah.
Full Swing.
Yeah. It's almost exactly the same style and
honestly,
everything.
The features are the same. What you'll notice differences like your straps are made different.
Yeah.
Your bar's a little bit trimmer.
Yep.
You actually get them into different ridge points.
Yep. Looks like they haven't changed that much.
I believe Thule allows you to take some of these off. So if you only want to carry 2 bikes, you can pull these off so you don't have to get your bike over.
Yeah, but this has, they both have internal locking too?
Thule does too.
Yeah, someplace. It looks like they have a guide for it. Yeah, okay. I think I'm going to walk around and think about it for a bit. I'll come back. If I grab it, I just...
I'm so sorry to get
Oh,
distracted.
no, that's cool. I know how it goes. My wife used to do security.
Right out the door.
Actually,
Well,
yeah. My wife used to. She would drive around. She ran the security for Old Navy for years,
oh
and
my
she'd have to do the
One
reviews
of my
and
good
come in.
friends work shipping and receiving for them. The one
Yeah.
right down there. Same thing. Huge pallets being dropped off at the back door, and they were pulling them.
It's just so easy to just walk away with
We
it.
can ask them to pay for it, and that's
That was what was freaking me out. Is they can't. The policy is that you can't confront them or something. You just have to.
And they just walk right out the door. And they all wear masks now because of COVID.
Oh, because so they can
conscious
just.
people in town.
Oh my God. I can't wait to tell my wife. She's gonna love it.
Oh my gosh.
So
Yeah,
I'm gonna
between
buy
that
it from you. I'm trying to decide whether to just get the bike rack for now or.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to go to full swing base. Let me ask you this: are you a member with
Yeah.
REI? So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
do get a year satisfaction guarantee.
Oh, really?
So even if you're using it
Uh-huh.
and you decide, I could have just gone with the standard bike rack, you can always bring it back. It's fine.
Well, I have to find the bike attachments for that though. If I'm going to do that, right? That would be the only thing. I'd have to figure out how to get the swing base to combine with.
To combine with, yeah. So then it is. That's the only thing I'm not positive of.
Yeah.
This has the double. So this Exo Swing base is this unit. So
Yeah.
I hate this display because it's confusing to show people. They look like they're connected, but there's 3 on here.
Right.
This is the swing base.
Uh-huh.
So these are modular and move out, but you're going to have
And
to
that
bear with
is
me
that
because I forget
locked
the
down
pins.
so somebody doesn't walk off
It
with it, I
does. Yep.
guess.
Actually,
There is
it just has
another.
locking pin.
Yeah.
That you can add to it.
There's a bolt down thing you can
You
get.
got it. Yeah, to
that,
your pin. Exactly.
Um.
Then this, I want to say that the bike rack for this
Yeah.
actually requires you to go to the second level.
Oh, right.
Um,
I'm really tempted to just get the bike version of it for
with
now.
the swing. Yeah, exactly.
I'm guessing it doesn't look much cheaper. I mean, this is the one right here, right?
It is. Yep, exactly. And that one will run, I think it's $6.99. Let me
Yeah.
check that for you because we just had some things go on sale too.
Yeah.
Tis the season when all the new models swap over. Yep, $6.99 for that.
I mean, this is the kind that I know. I've used this rack like this for years.
Exactly.
This swings out, but I don't
It does.
know
It
if it's
has
going to clear.
It has a locking pin. It's underneath here.
Uh-huh.
So you'll get a matching key to go here to pull out.
So
And then
it may or may not go all the way to the side of the. This one definitely goes all the way to the side. I mean, look at that swing.
It does, yes.
Yeah. So that would be a consideration, is that it might.
There's your
Yeah.
I always forget about the back here.
Yeah. This is mostly just to get out of your way, but I don't. Oh, the bike is over here. It might be.
Yeah, yep. And with
the one
it
here.
collapsed, you could swing it completely.
Yeah.
Right.
That looks. I like how compact it is, though.
I was
You
gonna
know,
say, and
it's
I
like.
think that's where most people end up going
Yeah.
this way instead of this and then add. But if you think some people who
Yeah.
go, I want to be able to double decker or things like that.
Well,
this way.
if I'm going to do that, this is already. I was a big roof rack guy forever, but the adventure bikes don't go up there very easy,
No, not as easy.
and so.
Yeah, and I think you're right. Marrakesh is right around 30-ish
Yeah,
pounds.
it's with this stuff on. So I'll get this guy. I'm gonna put it in the cart.
We'll check because I don't want to sell you weight 56 bike mounting. Yep, max weight per bike 40 pounds.
Yeah, yeah.
You're more than good. There.
Yeah, I would be surprised.
One day going e-bike, you'll be set.
And rather than doing the modular thing, even though I like it, I think I'll just get creative with the roof rack.
Yeah.
And
And truly, I mean it. If
that
you
kind of
take
thing.
this and you say, "Oh, this is great, but I want to swap to
Yeah,
that,"
get the bigger one.
full year satisfaction
Yes,
guarantee. Just
I
turn
know.
back, swap out.
So I love REI. I come here all the time. Return stuff. I'm gonna return the other one. Hopefully they'll take it back. It's unboxed, but we'll see.
There you go.
If
You
they
said
don't-
Amazon, right?
Amazon.
You'll
Yeah.
probably be able to.
Probably.
It'll be a pain to ship back, but
I
you
know.
should try. You know what you should do? You should try Kohl's. You don't even have to box stuff up when you return it.
Oh.
Amazon things to Kohl's, you can just bring it in. They
You
box
just bring it
for
in,
you.
they box it. I did pretty good on the boxing, so
There you go.
this one's a lot lighter too. So if I was going to store it and everything,
Yeah, I also have to tell you, Yakima customer. When I did the whole what rack setup do I want, I did Thule and Yakima next to each other.
yeah,
There's hardly any difference, but Yakima customer service
they're good.
has been incredible.
I've been an owner of both for years, and
Yep.
I actually met the Thule guys when I was up out of paddle.
Yeah,
I
you
worked
did.
for what's it called, Lake Norman CLT once upon a time, but back in the day. But they, I talked to Thule about their paddleboard rack, and that put a little taint in my mouth because their paddleboard rack. I gave them feedback at a retailer, and they didn't.
It's funny whenever we have sales reps that come in from brands.
Yeah,
I
and they're.
can't vibe with the Thule guy, and I feel terrible saying that.
I know,
The
I know.
Yakima person is so kind.
Yeah,
but
it's
I did the same
it's a
thing.
good
I'm
it's
like-
definitely a good product, but you know I don't know, and then I don't know.
Yeah.
I
The
mean-
other thing, people buy Yakima when I'm just chatting it through. We don't
Yeah.
make commission.
Oh,
I'm
right.
chatting it through. I go, this rack
It's a little cleaner.
nicer than
Yeah.
Thule.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it does.
they definitely have thought through.
It seems like they battle over design a lot,
Exactly, yeah, they totally
and
do.
and then there's the whole Yakimas up in Washington
Yakima
where
parts, replacement parts are also easier to find.
this is true. Around here, they definitely are.
Totally. The other pro tip I'll have for you is if you ever lose one of your tie downs or things like that, come see us because when we get racks returned,
Mm-hmm. Oh, right.
we sometimes piece them out.
Yeah.
So we have replacement pieces. These come all the way out.
Oh, damn.
So
That's
people
fantastic.
lose them sometimes.
I love that.
because you can trim it all the way down.
That is so much better than the whole.
trying to
Oh.
fudge it around the tube.
Well, and then there was the elastic that we used to have to
and it
use.
used to
wow.
dry and crack out and all
Oh,
that. Yeah,
you
but if
know
ever
exactly.
you lose them, just
Yeah.
come see us. We have buckets of random things and we can put together for you too.
So exciting. All right, I'm gonna go put that on then. I'm gonna grab a cart.
If you want, feel free to browse.
What was your
around.
first
I'll
name?
make This is the front line, Carolyn.
Carolyn, hi Carolyn. I'm Rob. Good to meet you. Carolyn is fantastic. German engineering. There is nothing to install, my friends. There's like literally nothing to install. You just stick it in and it works. Actually, there's probably a few things to install. Hey, RoboSynth. What's up, dogs? Sup Dog is awesome too. If you're doing a stand up, yeah, stand up's good. I just like a plain old rack and then put my foam in between them, you know. We got the right one, full swing. It's just so simple. I think it's a little overpriced personally, but another thing too is this does 4 bikes and the other one only does 3. And I do have 3 bikes, so I'm also familiar with this type of rack because I used to sell these to everybody. Come on, buddy. You're gonna make me put this all the way up on the top? Alright, fine. Wait, which end is up? Which end is up? It's $700. My other rack was $700 too, though. This one, I can put more bikes on it. It's easier to... I know people see the old guy with the gray beard and they come running to help me usually. I have find a different cart here. I gotta have a better cart. That's like super dangerous. Let's find a better cart. Little kid. For 4 bikes, I know. The other one was only 2, so. Hey, do you have a... Can I borrow a hand truck for a rack that I want to buy?
Yes, that would be more of an active sports thing, and they have one. Let them know, okay?
All right. I was just talking to Caroline.
Yeah,
Carol. Yeah. Does she? I can buy a 4th bike for my wife. Yeah. They got a hand truck over here somewhere. I mean, I'm kind of okay with the modular system someday, but the thing I've noted with that, my experience with most of those modular systems is that they inevitably fail because the company stops making new components for it. So whatever it is, if you get a modular system, eventually they'll rethink the way they do the modular part of the system, and so you're kind of better buying a one-use type of thing because it'll always be there in the modular. Carolyn, oh well, look at that. That is so cool. What the hell is that thing? I think it's a boat. Yeah. I'm gonna go ask the other guy if he got a hand truck. Looks like it's a popular time to come here. The G5 was supposed to be fully modular. You love this store? Hey, my man, do you have a hand truck I could borrow just to take this rack home? Go put it in the car? Just temporarily. It's not going to quite fit in one of those shopping carts.
Yeah, we do. Give me 1 second. I'll bring it.
No problem. I know you're busy. Yeah, so, and then we can, what I want to do is I want to buy it, and then we can come back in and look around a little bit more.
All right, man.
Other stuff.
We got a hand truck for you. Where are you?
Yeah.
You got something in your car you need to bring in?
I wanted to buy one of your bike racks here.
Yeah, for sure. So you just get it to your car.
Yeah, I'm an old man. I can't carry it on my shoulder like I used to.
Which one were you looking at?
This guy right here.
Oh, cool. Sweet. Yeah, give me 1 second. I think we have
Yeah.
one way.
Now we need to get the dog. We need to get the dog a rack, a thing to tow her in. Yeah, we'll be all good. Oh, look at you. I can, unless you're gonna.
Oh, no, you're good. It's more awkward than it is heavy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That'll help. And I'm going to the cashier. Are you going all the way, or I can go? I can go. Oh God, I feel okay. Look at that. Do they have e-bikes for little kids now?
Not e-bikes.
That would be a little scary.
I know.
Getting them going off.
Way too fast.
Yeah. I'll probably buy this and come back in and browse around. So.
Yeah, no worries. What I can do is.
You're up until 8, yeah?
Yeah.
So.
I'm happy to leave this here if you want to go browse. And then whenever you're ready, Savannah,
ring it all up.
for me.
Let's do that. Okay, thank you. The only problem is if you need the hand truck before I pack it, are you going to...
Oh, you're just going to leave it with the hand truck.
Oh, thank you. Carolyn's so nice. She's so nice. Okay, this is all the stuff I bought last time. I really need another pair of pants, honestly. I don't even want to say it. I do. I really need another pair of pants. I've only got 2, and I've been biking every day, and that's not quite enough to stay clean, you know? I really don't want to do that, though. It's so much money. I really need them, though. I cannot tell you how much I love these Pranos. I've got 2 pairs of them already now. Fox pants are good too, yeah. We're gonna be fine. It's just we're getting hit with a bunch of stuff right now. Like a bunch of stuff. What do you think of these brown things? Have a color, isn't it? The way I look at it, if it keeps me alive an extra 6 years, it's paid for its money. You know what I mean? Why am I effing so much? I gotta go look. I have to see why I'm effing so much. Okay, that's why we're effing, because of stupid T-Mobile. The T-Mobile is only giving me 400 kilobits, is giving me 0 kilobits per second. Piece of shit. Piece of shit. I have to turn kilobits down a little bit. That'll help us out. Don't remind me to turn it back up again. Gmail. I really like these black ones. I love them. Plus they hide everything. You know how rare it is? The other ones are all messed up because I ran in the stickers with them. Should I get a 3230 or a 3430? I don't know, man. I feel so bad buying these things now. Stupid ass T-Mobile. Those are the ones. Anything else? I just need some pants to wear. They get too stinky. That'll be 3 pairs of Prana. I'm gonna call it a day. Oh, you know what? We're gonna take back the pressure washer, so we're gonna save $100. So we broke even. Yep. And I'm just gonna go get quarters and go get it cleaned out that way. That's how we're gonna do it. Do we want to get anything else? No. My wife loves this store. Are you kidding me? She loves this store. I should call her. Out of kitchen garbage bags, my wife says. All right. Alright, this is good. This is good. Let's do this. I'm sure there's something here that she needs. I wonder if she... I can put all of my bikes on that rack. We don't have a spigot at the apartment. There's no water to attach to. That's it. That's the whole problem. Can you believe that? Isn't that crazy?
So what we don't cover is their. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go to. I'm not gonna buy it, and we're gonna go to the pressure washer, car wash to wash my bike when I have to. Pay a few quarters, pay a buck or something, and then we're gonna go. When we move, after we move in the garage, I'll get one there, and I'll get like a big one after we've like recovered from the move and everything. We're gonna have to rent. We're gonna have to rent again for at least a year. I don't think we're gonna qualify for a home purchase in Greensboro because she doesn't have any income. And then, so we'll probably end up renting in Greensboro again. And then we'll end up buying a house in Charlotte when we come back. We wanted to buy a house in Greensboro and then rent it to college kids, but I think that's a bad idea because we'd have to be a landlord and we would have to drive back and forth between Charlotte and Greensboro. I think that's a bad idea. Oh, hey. Rack right there.
Oh, the rack down there?
Yeah. Oh, I got my...
Rack up there.
And that's my last name. If you want to look it up, it's kind of hard to type.
I can do it by your phone number.
Say my number out loud, please. And it'd be better if you use my last name. Cute little kid. See it there? It's a crazy one, isn't it? It's a Mooresville address. No?
There's just a lot with that last name.
Gary to me, really? Let me see the... I guess I could write the number for you if you want. I make a card that has it on it.
One more time and I can do the first and last.
Oh, well, there's one other guy named that. Why don't right on here.
Would you like a lift to your car?
I'm going. I can do that. I can. You are the best. You're the best. You're the best.
Just newly best friends. You have to come back if you don't love it, okay?
Oh, I can't wait.
Okay,
I'm taking a townie down to Charlotte
Sounds
here pretty soon too.
good to meet you. Said Bob, right?
Yeah, Rob, Bob, whatever. One of those. Billy Bob. Thank you, Carol. Okay.
So I typed in the number and it didn't show a prompt of anything. It said I had to press OK.
What number?
I know I have an account. I think I have an account anyway. Last time I
Look
removed
again,
it.
see if it...
Maybe I wrote the number wrong. So
Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. I can't explain it, but it's probably something to do with it.
Do you need a bag for the pants?
Nah.
Printed or emailed to you?
Email. Let's do both, huh? Yeah, either one. Yep, that'll still work.
Sweet. And you're all set?
All right, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
We gotta. You know what? I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the adventure bike to Charlotte on Friday instead of the town bike because I have to fix the town bike up. And we'll just use that, you know? And I'll get my lock working. I think that's what we can do. You know what I mean? I think Carolyn knew she was being filmed. She's super nice. I thought that license plate said FBI for a second. It's FBT. I'm lucky Caroline was working tonight. Wasn't she nice? She was so nice. Hell, we could actually probably install this in the parking lot here. Heart rate spike. Don't drive fast, they'll come through the windshield and kill us all. That's the old golf cart, yeah. Old. Relatively. Damn, what is that? There's something sticking out of my... What the hell is that? Oh, it's trash. Okay, makes sense. Caroline was awesome, isn't she? I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. Sometimes I feel like people are nicer to me because I'm old. Or at least I look a lot older than I am. I look like I'm like 60. Because of the beard and everything, and I'm totally bald. I look like a 60-year-old grandpa. And they're like, oh, let's take, you know. It really works to your advantage. I have a lot of fun with that. There you go. Do we want to get a hat? No. No, we're done. We're done, Robin. We're done. I bought the pants. That's old. My heart rate's 93. Look, loading that thing took me from 70 to 93. Don't exert yourself too much, old man. I feel slightly better now that we got through all that shit. Oh, the guy driving the Golf came out. He's a boomer. Older than me, if you can believe it. Yep. Should we drive past the Tesla charging station? Just for fun? Let me turn you up so I can hear you again. Got a lot of adventure people out here. Adventure. He's got a big old yak rack. That's how I used to have mine. My roof rack came out about a half foot off both sides because I put everything on there. I put skis and my bikes when I was a kid. My rack cost more than my car. I'm not even kidding. My super rack, yeah, I got a fairing on it and everything. It costs more than my car.
Wait, does the mirror show the heading?
The mirror shows the heading, yeah. So I don't need to show you that. It's kind of in the mirror right. Northwest.
You wanted us to remind you to turn your rate up.
Oh, right. K-Kip, you're such good. You're good. You're really good. Yeah, let's turn it back up to 6,000. Even though T-Mobile is shit. Shit! T-Mobile is shit. Want me to say it again? Alright, I'm going to check one thing. It's possible the T-Mobile thing went off. I'm checking.
This is a reminder. You may have a bike rack, but I do not see a bike.
I do have a bike. Yeah. I hate that if you can't put these modems anywhere, the screen doesn't lock. There's no way to just lock the screen. I wonder if there's a way to lock the screen. Stealth mode, audio alerts, language, screen timeout, network settings. Sleep mode.
I am here for the first time because I saw the PayPal drama. Is it fixed?
No. It's not fixed, as far as I know. They did get back to me on Discord, and they said, if you don't stop swearing, we're not going to talk to you anymore. And I said, fine. And I don't know what else to do after that. Yeah, T-Mobile is fine. It's just, I don't know why it's not using it. Yeah, I don't know, man. The PayPal thing, I'm just so you know, I'm dropping PayPal for anything I do. I'm slowly getting rid of PayPal. So I found out, I did the research. My wife actually helped me a little bit. You don't, most...
Out of the loop. What drama? Is it worth knowing?
Yeah, it's super. I would never use PayPal for anything anymore. I'm done with PayPal ever. After years of working with them and tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars of business with PayPal, I am dropping them completely. They have, in their usage agreement, they have a list of pre-approved activities that must be pre-approved, and they include like porn and stuff like that. And one of the activities is live streaming. Now, the thing I don't understand is I used PayPal for 2 years without a problem to receive my payments from Twitch, and all of a sudden, this is the reason I'm canceling it. So all of a sudden, everything stopped working, and there wasn't getting any money or anything, and I was really worried. I thought, man, it's getting lost, you know? And it turns out, thank God, that Twitch, saves up the money they owe you, and they don't pay you. And I'm pretty sure I know what triggered it. So,
doesn't everyone use PayPal to get the Twitch payouts?
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what everybody told me to do. That's what there's many people who use Twitch to get payouts, right? And so then this is where it gets really interesting in terms of drama, right? Dude, I have right away. I have fucking right away. Anyway, I think I don't care. So
So I did the research, right? Last night, this all went down last night at like 2 or 3 a.m. And I was obsessed. I couldn't sleep. And so I researched it all, and it turns out that a bunch of Twitch streamers have had the same problem. A lot of them. Like, I started finding hit after hit after hit of people complaining about PayPal, and Twitch streamers like, oh my god, my money just stopped all of a sudden. And so it's like a regularly occurring problem. It's been going on forever. And thank God, the one guy that I read, he said, yeah, I couldn't, this is the worst part. This is why I'm canceling it. The one guy said, you know, I gotta turn here. I did everything, and I couldn't get a hold of anybody. You can't contact support. They just give you this big notification that says you can't do anything, and they don't give you any options. There's like a circular loop. Every time you click help or messenger and anything like that, there's nobody to go to. And you go to the thing and say, I want to talk to a human, I want to resolve this. There's no one. They're like, you can't, you don't have an account, blah, blah, blah. And so I was livid because I had no way to escalate this. And, you know, but you know what? They're happy to take my money still. So I went in and looked at my activity, and like all the payments, my automatic payments through PayPal, like to GitHub for the people I sponsor on GitHub, and to the Twitch people that I subscribe to, which is all going through PayPal right now. All of that stuff, they don't have any problem, you know, taking my money as long as it's associated with my bank account. But they don't want to give me any money at all. They don't want to give me any money, and they don't want to let me get money. They shut me down. They said, no, you know, so
support sucks.
Yeah, and so they said, we're not going to let you get any money, but we'll take money from you happily. So I was like, really? And I didn't even have anybody to complain to. And I read this support thing, and the guy said the only way I got him to respond was I wrote to them on Twitter. And so I did the same thing, and they answered me today, and the first thing they said was, we're so sorry you've had such a hard time. We want to understand, but if you continue to use foul language, we will be unable to process any further help, and we will cease communications with you. And I was like, all right, fuck you. But if that's what you say, because I was pissed. I mean, I was pissed because I've been getting payments no problem for 2 years, and without any notification or any explanation other than you violated our terms. Here's a link to the terms. And I'm like, okay, which term did I violate? And so I went through and I read all of the terms like nobody does, and it said live streaming. And so then I was like, okay, well then how the hell did I live stream for 2.5 years? Actually, no. How did I stream for almost 3 years without being notified of this? And also, how does every other Twitch streamer not got a problem either? Because I knew other people who use PayPal all the time. I was so livid.